Today I'm making a tomato and cheese bruschetta. And you can use any bread you want. I'm using a French baguette, but you can use a French loaf or Italian loaf. Any crusty bread will do. And so just go ahead and cut that into pieces. And then I'm going to put some olive oil on each side, and I'm going to toast that in a skillet. And after you get this one side, turn that over and put some on the other side. And there are a lot of variations of bruschetta, but this is just the simple cheese and tomato. I'm going to let the bread sit there and soak up some of that oil. And in the meantime, I'm going to take 3 whole garlic cloves, and I'm not peeling these. I'm just going to throw these in a pan on the stove and just let those toast a little bit. That way, I think it tastes much better than little pieces of raw garlic in this mixture. So after I take the garlic out, I'm going to go ahead and put the bread on the pan and let that toast. And when you turn that over, you ideally should put cheese, if you're using cheese, on that side. I forgot to do that, so I'm going to have to put mine in the oven just to melt the cheese. And cheese is totally optional. You don't have to have it at all. It tastes just fine without it. So unfortunately, when I'm cooking, sometimes I forget to check and make sure I'm in frame. And I'm not, but I'm going to go ahead and peel and mince up this garlic very, very finely. As I chop and mince each ingredient, I'll put in that bowl you see sitting there. And then I'm going to add in some olive oil. So have 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil ready. So after I get the garlic minced, I'm going to chop up the onions, and I like that minced. I think that's much better than getting a large piece of raw onion. And but it's totally up to you. And the same with the tomatoes. If you like them chunkier cuts or minced up, just do it how you like it. Just make this recipe your own. And then just keep putting everything in the bowl as you go. For this recipe, you want to make sure you have fresh basil. You don't want to use dried basil for this. And it doesn't take a whole lot, just a couple tablespoons, and just mince that up very, very finely and add that to your bowl. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to add some dried oregano. I'll mix that around a little bit, and then I'm adding 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And you could add up to 3 tablespoons, it's fine. 2 was enough for me for the amount of other ingredients that I have. So just mix that up, set it aside for a few minutes, and get ready to put, well, I'm putting the bread in the oven to melt the cheese because, like I said, I forgot to put the cheese on when I was toasting the bread. So that's just one extra step I have to do. And also, like I said, the cheese is completely optional. This is very good without any cheese at all. So just whatever you prefer. While the bread is in the oven melting the cheese, I'm going to go ahead and add salt and pepper to the tomato mixture. And I add the salt last, right before I'm going to serve it, because salt does pull a lot of moisture out of the tomatoes and produces a lot more liquid in the dish, and I don't want that. So this is ready to top with the mixture and serve. If you're not going to serve this right away, then just put the tomato mixture in a serving bowl and the bread on the side, and that way everyone can just top it as they go, as they're ready for a piece. Like if you have, maybe you're having a party and you have guests or whatever, and that way the bread won't become soggy, because as you can see, there's quite a bit of liquid in this tomato mixture. So there you have it. It's easy to make, and It's delicious with or without cheese, and just whatever you prefer. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Let me know if you try it. As always, thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.